Chosen one, financial gift is opening its door for you. Please, listen. There are seasons in your life where effort feels heavy, progress feels slow, and blessings seem distant. Not because you are unworthy, but because you are being prepared to receive what is bigger than your current capacity. You have been in a season of stretching, a season of refining, a season where your mindset has been shifting away from survival and toward abundance. Now, something is beginning to unfold that will meet you at the level of your readiness. There is a financial shift forming around your spirit, and even if you cannot see it yet, you may already feel the subtle pull of change. This is not just about receiving money. This is about stepping into a state of alignment where provision recognizes you. Money flows differently to someone who has become aligned with their purpose, their identity, and their value. Chosen one, financial gift is opening its door for you. Before we go deeper, Chosen one, watch this video until the very end and write your warmest wishes along with 144 in the comments. This is not just a request, it is activation. Writing your wishes declares them into existence, and 144 aligns you with divine order, expansion, and manifestation. This is not coincidence, this is participation. Chosen one, financial gift is opening its door for you. Please, listen. Now, Chosen one, press the hype button, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's start. You may have noticed that recently, you have been thinking differently about abundance. You are no longer asking for financial relief from a place of desperation. Instead, you are asking to expand your capacity, your opportunities, your stability, and your influence. That shift in intention is powerful because it signals that your spirit is stepping into a higher frequency. When you ask for abundance from fear, it moves slowly. When you ask from alignment and purpose, it moves with speed. You are no longer asking to survive. You are asking to operate from purpose, and that shift is what opens the door. Chosen one, receiving a financial gift is not just about the external blessing, it begins with an internal shift. You have been releasing old beliefs that told you money was hard to obtain, that you were not meant to have more, that you needed permission to prosper. Now, you are stepping into an understanding that abundance is not selfish. It is part of your calling. You are meant to live a life that reflects your growth, not a life that shrinks because others could not see your value. There may have been moments where your finances felt restricted, not because doors were closing against you, but because you were being pushed to outgrow mindsets that could not sustain the next level of blessing. Sometimes the delay is not a denial. It is a detox. It removes the desperation that would cause you to misuse the blessing and replaces it with wisdom that multiplies it. Chosen one, this financial gift may arrive in ways you do not expect. It may come through new opportunities, sudden openings, unexpected approvals, inspired ideas, or doors that once felt sealed. It may come from collaboration, investments, refunds, contracts, partnerships, clients, jobs, or divine timing. The blessing is not limited by your imagination. It is shaped by your alignment. You may begin noticing a sense of calm replacing financial worry. This is a sign that your spirit knows what your mind has not yet seen. Blessings arrive first as peace, then as provision. When money is about to flow, anxiety loses its grip. Trust begins to rise. You stop fearing the future and start preparing for expansion. Chosen one, this shift will not only change how money enters your life, it will change how you behave as someone who can steward abundance. You are learning to manage more responsibly, not out of fear of losing, but out of respect for what is coming. You are becoming someone financial increase feels safe with. That maturity is part of the blessing. You may also feel called to walk away from financial habits that no longer match your identity. Overspending to cope with stress. Undercharging for your value. Settling for less. Delaying decisions. Playing small to stay comfortable. These patterns fade when purpose replaces scarcity. Your new season requires discipline, not deprivation, clarity, not fear. Chosen one, financial blessing is not only about receiving, it is about becoming. You are becoming someone who can grow wealth, manage it, direct it, multiply it, and use it for impact. This gift is not designed to give you momentary relief. It is designed to change your experience of money permanently. There will be a moment soon where everything aligns: your purpose, your confidence, your decisions, your opportunities. When that moment arrives, money will not come as rescue. It will come as response. It will flow to the version of you who no longer doubts their calling. You are not waiting for abundance. Abundance is waiting for you to step fully into the identity that attracts it. Chosen one, as this financial door opens, you may begin to recognize subtle energetic shifts happening within you. You no longer hold the same emotional response to money that you once did. Fear dissolves. Anxiety quiets. Doubt loses its authority. You are no longer praying from panic, but from trust. You are no longer hoping from survival, but from conviction. This emotional shift is not small. It signals that your spirit has entered a place where receiving is natural. There may have been a time when money felt distant from you, like something you could see, but not touch. Now it feels closer, more reachable, more aligned. That is because your identity is no longer tied to lack. You are beginning to believe you are worthy of overflow, not just enough. This belief is a bridge. It pulls the blessing toward you faster than effort alone ever could. Chosen one, alignment is not passive, it is active. You are taking steps you once avoided. You are confronting financial patterns you once ignored. You are learning skills you once postponed. You are becoming responsible, not reactive. This is what it looks like when someone begins operating at a frequency that attracts provision rather than repelling it. Money gravitates to those who move with purpose. You may also begin receiving new ideas, sudden clarity, inspired strategies, creative direction. These ideas are not random. They are channels for financial flow. Your next level may not come from what you already do, but from what you are being called to create. Pay attention to the thoughts that feel too big, too bold, too unfamiliar. Those are often the ones carrying breakthrough. Chosen one, there will also be moments where old opportunities return, but in better form. Something that once slipped away may come back with improved timing, higher value, or clearer terms. Sometimes the blessing is delayed not because you were unprepared to receive it, but because the opportunity itself needed to mature. What returns now may look different because you are different. As this financial gift unfolds, you may notice that your intuition becomes sharper. You sense what is aligned. You recognize what is draining. You feel immediately when something is not worth your time. This discernment protects your elevation. The wrong financial paths are distractions, not delays. Your intuition is filtering your next moves because you cannot afford to waste energy in this season of expansion. Chosen one, you may find yourself becoming more selective about who has access to your plans. You do not share your strategies with everyone. You do not speak prematurely. You no longer seek validation for decisions already confirmed in your spirit. Silence is not secrecy. It is protection. People cannot block what they cannot see. Another sign that this door is opening is the way you now respond to setbacks. What would have discouraged you no longer destroys your motivation. What once made you fearful now strengthens your resolve. You have grown past emotional reactions and into spiritual understanding. Delay no longer feels like failure. It feels like preparation. Chosen one, you may begin to feel a shift in your energy around work and purpose. Instead of forcing outcomes, you feel guided. Instead of pushing, you flow. You choose actions that align rather than actions that exhaust. This is a sign that abundance is becoming a natural expression of your path, not something you must chase. When purpose and provision synchronize, effort becomes easier. You are also learning that money responds to clarity. When you know what you want to build, money knows where to go. When your goals are aligned, resources find their direction. You are no longer operating from emotional need. You are operating from spiritual assignment. Chosen one, this financial gift is not random. It is connected to who you are becoming. It is connected to the value you carry. It is connected to the purpose that is unfolding through you. You are not being blessed to escape hardship. You are being blessed to fulfill destiny. This is why life has been reshaping your beliefs, your habits, your identity. You cannot receive at a high level while thinking at a low level. You cannot hold abundance with a scarcity mindset. You cannot walk into a wealthy future while emotionally tethered to an impoverished past. This transformation is necessary, and you are embracing it beautifully. There will be a moment where what you have been preparing for arrives in physical form. When that moment comes, it will not feel like surprise. It will feel like alignment. You will recognize it as something your spirit already knew was coming. This is not just about financial increase. It is about stepping into a life where increase is familiar. Chosen one, as this financial shift continues unfolding, you may notice that your mindset is expanding beyond the idea of simply receiving money. Now, you are beginning to think in terms of building, multiplying, and sustaining wealth. This is a sign that you are moving out of survival consciousness and into creator consciousness. You are no longer looking for money to solve temporary problems. You are preparing to construct a different future entirely. Your spirit may feel more visionary. You feel called to plan farther ahead, to think generationally, to consider investments, assets, foundations, and long-term stability. This is not random growth. This is spiritual alignment shaping financial capacity. Your rise is not meant to be momentary. It is designed to elevate the trajectory of your life. Chosen one, you may also notice that you are becoming more disciplined with your time. You say no more quickly. You guard your focus. You value rest not as escape, but as preparation. You stop wasting time on what doesn't grow you. That discipline is not restrictive. It is a sign that you are preparing to operate at a higher financial frequency. Money flows toward those who manage their time like it has value. Another sign of this transformation is that you no longer envy others for what they have. Instead, you feel inspired by it. You see abundance as evidence, not competition. You understand that someone else's blessing does not take from yours. It confirms what is possible. A heart that celebrates blessings in others becomes a magnet for blessings of its own. Chosen one, you may feel a deep pull to release old emotional attachments to lack. Scarcity-based identity can linger even when circumstances change. You are now shedding beliefs like, I must struggle to deserve good things. If I receive more, something bad will follow. I shouldn't want too much. People like me don't end up wealthy. These beliefs are dissolving because they cannot coexist with divine provision. The financial gift opening for you requires a mindset that welcomes abundance without guilt, restriction, or fear. Your spirit is clearing space. You may also start feeling called to environments that challenge you to grow. Rooms with ambition, circles with vision, conversations with substance. You no longer feel comfortable in spaces that normalize limitation. Your spirit is moving you toward alignment, not comfort. Elevation often begins with relocation, not always physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Chosen one, when financial doors open, opportunities will begin to seek you. You won't need to push as hard, convince as much, or fight for visibility. Alignment draws attention. Purpose attracts resources. When your identity and calling match your actions, provision finds you. This is when blessings begin to feel like flow rather than resistance. There will also be moments where you feel strangely emotional, not from sadness, but from release. Sometimes breakthroughs come with tears because your spirit is catching up to the truth that you are finally stepping into what you prayed for. These emotions are not weakness, they are energetic openings. You are releasing what was and making space for what is becoming. Chosen one, you are also learning to listen to spiritual instructions more quickly. When you feel called to move, you move. When you feel called to pause, you pause. When you feel called to invest, you listen. When you feel called to walk away, you release. This sensitivity to timing is what separates people who experience increase from those who miss it. Your connection to divine timing is strengthening. You are no longer trying to force blessings to arrive on your schedule. You are aligning yourself to arrive when the blessing is scheduled. This synchronicity creates acceleration. Another shift happening now is responsibility. You are no longer waiting for someone to save you or show you the path. You are taking leadership over your direction. You are educating yourself. You are making decisions. You are stepping into authority. Financial blessings do not elevate people who refuse to lead themselves. They elevate those who have already chosen leadership internally. Chosen one, your relationship with risk is also evolving. What once felt terrifying now feels necessary. You understand that growth requires movement. You cannot enter a new financial reality while clinging to the comfort of the old one. You are stepping out of fear and into trust. You are choosing faith-based action instead of fear-based hesitation. This is why doors are opening now. You are finally ready to walk through them. What once felt like a dream is beginning to feel like a plan. What once felt out of reach is now within your grasp. What once felt impossible is becoming inevitable. This is not luck. It is alignment. Chosen one, as this door of financial gifting continues to open, you will notice your perspective on challenges shifting as well. Obstacles that once felt like setbacks now feel like redirections. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What is this preparing me for?" This shift in mindset is a sign of maturity, a sign that you are no longer defined by circumstances, but guided by purpose. You understand that every challenge was shaping you into someone who can handle what is coming. Your emotional responses are also evolving. Where you once reacted out of fear, you now respond with clarity. Where stress once consumed you, peace now leads you. The same situations that used to overwhelm you now activate your problem-solving abilities. This is what growth looks like. Not the absence of challenges, but the mastery of your reactions to them. Chosen one, financial elevation requires emotional elevation. Money does not just amplify your lifestyle, it amplifies your inner world. You are becoming stable enough, wise enough, and healed enough to receive without sabotaging what is given to you. This internal development is why breakthrough feels closer now than ever before. You may also feel a sudden surge of motivation, a drive that feels spiritual rather than forced. You wake up with purpose. Ideas feel alive. You feel a calling toward action that you can no longer ignore. This is alignment pulling you forward. This is not hustle out of desperation. It is movement driven by conviction. You are no longer working for your blessing. You are working with your blessing. Another sign that financial blessings are approaching is the shifting of your relationships. Some people will draw closer because they feel the growth in you. Others will distance themselves because your elevation threatens their comfort. Pay attention. Not everyone who supports you verbally supports you spiritually. The energy around you is adjusting so that only what aligns with your future remains connected to you. Chosen one, your lifestyle is starting to demand new boundaries. You protect your mind from negativity. You protect your ideas from energy drainers. You protect your time as if it is currency. Because it is. You understand now that access is a privilege, not a guarantee. Not everyone deserves to be close to someone rising into divine favor. You may find yourself suddenly letting go of old habits, old mindsets, old desires, and old attachments. This is not loss. This is clearing. A new chapter cannot begin in a cluttered spirit. The blessing that is coming needs space. When you release what no longer serves you, you create room for what is meant for you. Chosen one, there will be moments in this season where unexpected help appears. Someone reaches out with an opportunity. A conversation leads to clarity. A door opens that you weren't even knocking on. Provision can be subtle at first. A message, a sign, a confirmation. Pay attention to what feels aligned, even if it feels unfamiliar. Financial favor does not always come from the place you expect, but it always comes through alignment. You may also recognize that your vision is becoming clearer. What once felt vague is now detailed. What once felt intimidating now feels exciting. You can see the path forming, not all at once, but step by step. Purpose reveals itself through motion, not waiting. Chosen one, your faith is becoming more practical. You no longer just hope, you prepare. You no longer just believe, you act. You no longer just dream, you plan. Faith without movement is desire. Faith with movement is manifestation. You have shifted from wishful thinking into aligned action, and that is why blessings are rushing toward you. This chapter is not about chasing anything. It is about meeting what has been waiting for you. The door is opening because you transformed into someone who can confidently walk through it. Soon, what once felt like a prayer will feel like gratitude. What once felt like a request will feel like fulfillment. What once felt distant will feel like home. Chosen one, financial gift is opening its door for you. And you are no longer standing outside. You are stepping in. Chosen one, as this financial door continues to open, you will begin to understand why certain seasons of lack were necessary. There were times where you questioned why things felt delayed, why certain opportunities slipped away, why doors closed right when you needed them open. But now you can sense that if those doors had opened before you were ready, you would have entered them with an identity that was too small to sustain the blessing. What felt like stagnation was preparation. What felt like denial was recalibration. The timing of your breakthrough had to match the timing of your growth. You may also begin to see how your vision is expanding beyond personal gain. Your prayers are changing. Your goals are not selfish. They're intentional. You want to build stability, not temporary comfort. You want to create legacy, not fleeting moments. This shift is powerful because financial blessings flow not just to those who want more, but to those who are ready to carry more. You are becoming a vessel that can handle overflow without losing yourself. Chosen one, financial favor will also bring new clarity to your purpose. You are not just receiving to receive. You are receiving because your calling requires resources. Purpose without provision is potential. When provision arrives, purpose becomes execution. The dreams that once lived in your imagination will finally have the support they need to become real. You will see that abundance is not a luxury. It is a tool for your destiny. You may begin to feel called to things that once felt too large or unrealistic. Creating something that outlasts you. Building platforms, launching businesses, investing, leading, elevating. These impulses are not fantasies, they are previews. Your spirit is seeing what your reality is expanding toward. The blessing coming to you is not random. It is designed to match the vision that has been developing inside you. Another sign that this shift is unfolding is your ability to walk away from situations that drain your energy. You no longer cling to environments that keep you small. You do not force relationships that hold you back. You are not afraid to lose what is no longer aligned. This emotional strength is a requirement for financial elevation. Blessings struggle to reach people who refuse to release what no longer serves them. Chosen one, you may also feel less fearful of uncertainty. Where you once hesitated to move without a full plan, now you move with faith. You act when led, not when comfortable. You take steps even without knowing the entire journey. This willingness to step into the unknown is a sign that your spirit is prepared for new levels of provision. Expansion always begins before clarity, not after. You are also learning to trust yourself in ways you never could before. You're no longer doubting your instincts or questioning your intuition. You recognize that the ideas you carry are not accidents. They are divine assignments. Self-trust is a form of spiritual maturity, and it is essential for stewardship. You cannot receive at a high level while believing you are unworthy of what arrives. Chosen one, your energy is becoming magnetic. You don't chase opportunities anymore. They gravitate toward you. You don't beg for blessings. You prepare for them. You don't seek acceptance. You stand in identity. When you embody this level of alignment, doors open without force. People recognize your value without explanation. Resources move toward you because they match your frequency. You may start noticing recurring signs, dreams, numbers, confirmations, or moments of intense inner knowing. These are signals that the spiritual realm is aligning circumstances in your favor. You are not imagining the shift, you are sensing what has already begun. And as this continues, something within you becomes unshakable. You feel a calm confidence about your path. You are not desperate for things to happen quickly. You are certain they are happening intentionally. You are not rushing outcomes. You are preparing your life to receive them. Chosen one, the financial gift opening for you is not simply a reward. It is recognition of who you have become. It is validation of your growth, your decisions, your evolution. It is not showing up because you finally worked hard enough. It is showing up because you finally rose into alignment with the version of yourself who can hold it. You are transitioning from waiting on the blessing to becoming the person the blessing was waiting on. Chosen one, as this chapter reaches its peak, you will begin to notice that your relationship with abundance has shifted in a way that feels almost effortless. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because you finally stopped resisting what you were meant to receive. You are no longer wrestling with your worth. You are no longer questioning whether you are deserving. You no longer shrink when opportunities approach you. You stand with confidence because you have finally aligned with the identity that abundance responds to. There will come a point where the blessing arrives not as something shocking, but as something that feels natural. You will look around and realize that the things you used to pray for are now things you simply live within. That transition from desire to embodiment is one of the most powerful signs that the door has fully opened. When you no longer say one day, and instead say, "This is my life now," the shift is complete. Chosen one, the financial gift opening its door for you will not only change your circumstances, it will change the way others perceive you. People will notice the difference not just in what you have, but in who you have become. They will see the confidence in your decisions, the peace in your spirit, the stability in your choices. They will see someone who no longer moves from scarcity, but from purpose. Someone who is guided, grounded, and clear. Someone who carries abundance rather than chases it. You may also feel called to uplift others as you rise. Not out of obligation, but out of understanding. You know what it feels like to struggle, to wait, to hope, to battle with uncertainty. Your breakthrough gives you compassion, not arrogance. It teaches you that abundance is meant to circulate, not isolate. This financial blessing is not making you separate from people. It is equipping you to empower, to build, to lead. Chosen one, the more you evolve, the more you will recognize that everything that once limited you was temporary. The doubt, the delays, the lessons, the internal battles, all of it shaped you into someone capable of receiving more. Nothing was wasted. Every moment trained you to hold what is now coming. Your journey has not been random. It has been strategic. And now you stand at a place where preparation, identity, wisdom, and timing converge. The financial blessing approaching you is not arriving as a single moment. It is arriving as a new way of life. A way of living where support flows to you, where opportunities align, where resources move in rhythm with purpose. This is not a peak. This is an entry point to a higher timeline. Chosen one, your financial reality is shifting, not because of luck, but because you are stepping into the version of yourself that abundance trusts. You have become someone who can hold more, build more, and steward more. Money is not coming to change you. You changed, and now money can come. You are transitioning from hoping to receiving, from preparing to participating, from waiting to walking through the open door. This chapter marks the moment where you stop anticipating breakthrough and start living it. The door is open. The blessing is moving. Your spirit is ready. Your path is aligning. Your life is expanding. Chosen one, financial gift is opening its door for you. And now, you are stepping through. Chosen one, now that you are stepping through this financial door, you will begin to notice that life is asking you to move differently. Not with hesitation, but with intention. Not with scattered focus, but with precision. You are no longer meant to operate from a place of uncertainty. You are being called to operate from clarity. This is the shift from receiving blessings to managing elevation. As abundance begins to flow, you will see that responsibility becomes part of the expansion. Not a burden, but structure. Not pressure, but purpose. You are learning to plan, not just hope. Because you're not just receiving a blessing, you're becoming the vessel that can hold it.